Have eBay banned CB radios from their platform? Surely not.
Hi guys, welcome back to the channel. So we've got some CB radios here. There's one there with its lid off. I'm kind of working on repairing that, but that's not the point of this video. So we've got some CB radios here. We've got a Midland Allen 78 Plus Multi, that's the Multi-Beat, the one with a blue backlight. The Thunderpole T800, one of the earlier ones. A Moonraker Micro, PNI Escort HP7120. There's a very much similar Thunderpole T600 down there, and there's a Midland 38 there. Now they're all CB radios, and few of them are picked up from the suppliers that made them. The Midland, I got that from Macklin Electronics when it was still trading. The Midland 38 down here, I bought that off eBay. And there's a Midland 38 somewhere behind me as well in a box of other CBs. A York 861's in there as well. There's a Kerno CB radio in there as well. And I think there's a Maxcom 4E in there. And there's another CB I want to show you, so I'll just pause while I show you that one as well. And then there's this CB radio. This is the Midland 3001. It's one of the Precision series. This one I bought fully serviced and working from UK FM CB radio servicing via eBay. Now, you notice I mentioned eBay a lot. eBay, apparently, according to their electronic rules and regulations, do not allow the sale of CB radios. They specify a frequency between 26.1 megahertz and 28 megahertz. That could be taken to mean every single legal type approved CB radio. This is a legal CB radio. You can tell it's legal by the fact it's got CB 2781 on the front of it. And I know that one's legal and above board because it was serviced by a two-way radio technician. So there we go. And I've got other CB radios, that Midland 38 in there, PR 2797, marked for use within UK only. My other CB radios on that shelf are all multi-standard, but aren't illegal. They're not. So let's go on to eBay's website and let's discuss this.
Okay, so what we're looking at here is the eBay electronics policy page. Now it gives you a list of the following types of electronic equipment are not allowed. So obviously spy cameras, that kind of thing. And obviously things that record people without their prior knowledge. And then the third item, CB radios in 26.1 to 28 megahertz frequency. Now, that would outlaw from eBay, according to their policy, every single CB radio sold legally and above board in the UK that meets the specifications that have been around since 1981, when the change of the specification in 1994, and then the change again in 1997, and then the final changes in the early 2000s for the multi-norms, and then 2014 when AM and SSB was allowed on CB radio on the EU channels. It does come up with other things as well. It doesn't make any mention of other two-way radio equipment like other amateur radio equipment, business radios, PMR 446, anything like that. They seem to be singling out CB radios for some bizarre reason. Apparently other things like even satellite cable TV and digital decoders are listed on the things that are not allowed. So I'm not sure what's going on with them there. And they say the Ofcom website can be reviewed. But if you look at the Ofcom website and type in the CB radio regulations, there is a document on there that you can read, which I've linked to on several videos in the past regarding the rules and regulations of CB radio. Now, there are listings still on eBay for CB radios, and I will show you this. And if we look at my personal email account, so this is an email from eBay. The logo hasn't loaded for some reason, I don't know why. but I know this is from eBay because I get these all the time. So we've got a Midland 77805, a Radio Mobile CB201, a Binatone Route 66, a Rotel RVC 240, all of them are type approved to 2781, and they are perfectly legal to use in this country. You've got this SS9900 listed as well, which is a 10 metre radio and should only be sold as such, not a CB radio, because that one is actually illegal to use on CB, but people do it anyway, and I'm not here to tell them not to. And if we scroll down a bit more, we've got another 77805, another 77805, an Audioline PT345, and a Cybernet Beta 2000. They all look like they are CB radios. An 802,000. You can see the little CB2781 mark on that. You've still got the dubious stuff like the Ham International Jumbo, which is not a CB radio in the grand scheme of things. It never was meant to be. I believe that was probably for 10 metres as well. Unless someone can correct me on that. But you can still find listings on eBay for CB radio equipment. So, what is the exact rule here? And is it being enforced by AI? Because of the proliferation of AI. But either way, we can have a look at Ofcom's document on this, and it'll tell us exactly what the rules for CB are. So we're now looking at Ofcom document OF364, the Citizens Band Radio Spectrum Use, Information and Operation. Goes through all of the stuff that you all need to know, including the regulatory side of things, which is the 2781 markings, 2794, PR2797 for use in UK only, and the CEPT only sets, PR27GB or CEPT PR27GB. That's basically what's allowed here. I'll zoom in on that in the documents. You can actually see that a bit better because they've basically copied and pasted this out of an old Radio Communications Agency document, of which you can still find copies of that online as well, which none of the rules in that apply anymore because the license was scrapped in the early 2000s. So that's basically the markings on legal type approved CB radios, and it basically tells you here that they're perfectly legal to use and own and buy, and new CB equipment has to conform to the RED, which has tells you what that is. It's the Radio Equipment Directive. Effectively, if eBay are removing legal CBs from sale from their platform, then they are in fact very misinformed, because they should take a look at this Ofcom document. Now, I've tried to reach out to eBay already through X by basically @ing them in a post that I responded to. They have never got back to me to clarify. So I'm very suspicious that it might be AI. This has put me off even further from selling CB radio equipment or radio equipment in general through the eBay platform. So I'd just rather just sell them like on car boot sales and radio rallies. So, your thoughts on that? Have you tried selling anything on eBay, CB radio wise, and it's been removed instantly, despite the fact it's legal and above board and it has the correct type approval markings on it and isn't anything meant for the amateur radio band? Or have you managed to buy something successfully, or you put a bid on for something and it's subsequently been removed and you've then not obviously got the item because they've removed the listing before obviously it's run its course and you've won the auction and been able to buy the item? Yeah, let me know in the comments below, because I'm a little bit suspicious about this, and I think there's some AI involvement here, because AI is proliferating everything and AI isn't going to know the difference between a legal type approved CB radio and something that's actually pretty illegal to use. But unfortunately, we can't do anything about the AI if these companies wish to use it. It's a bad idea in the beginning, and if it's causing people not to be able to buy classic CB radios, even for just for their collection, not to actually use, or even people that want to sell them. I mean, legitimate people that want to sell them. I mean, take Richard at UK FM CB Radio Servicing. He sells a lot of CBs through eBay. He could be impacted by this as well, and he's a legitimate businessman, and he's not exactly going to sell anything illegal, because he doesn't deal with illegal stuff. He destroys it pretty much on site. So, eBay, you've also got the opportunity to respond to me. Please do. I'd like some clarification on this. If you don't, then that's fine, but clarification is helpful. And everyone else, just put in the comments below if you've ever had any problems buying and selling CB radio equipment. I didn't really want to make a video about this, but I suppose if eBay have been removing legal type-approved CB radios from their site, then based on some rather ambiguous rule that doesn't really make any sense, then I suppose what can you do? Anyway, I'll catch you in the next one. 7-3 for now.